you acknowledge the fact that you live in a simulation, things like this seem normal. What we see.
When it comes to life, call it aliens or undiscovered species, where some of them are from this world, while others are not.
We'd like to show you some of the 100 or so new species scientists believe they discovered amid the underwater mountains off the coast of Chile.
Join us to get to see the kind of living species that humans were not meant to see. This footage shows a black, hairless creature from a distance. Its leathery, rough skin adds to its eerie appearance. The hunched back and sharp protruding spines along its back are visible in the video. The creature seems to be sensing the scent of its prey before making circular motions and then calmly sitting on the ground.
Now, I can't tell if that's a dog or the chupacabra, as they always say.
While its mouth is closed in the footage, one can imagine it has pronounced fangs used for sucking the blood of livestock. Its muscular limbs, with clawed hands and feet, allow it to move swiftly and silently. Could this be the legendary chupacabra, the living vampire? Wacky organism.
Hey Sasuke, I'm gonna show you a really cool bug.
This video shows a woman holding a strange-looking worm that looks more or less like a realistic toy. Its physical appearance, from the deformed skull, weird alien-like eyes, and nose to a big mouth, can easily scare any child at first glance, and its body is also unusual. Now, what this worm is, or why it was found on the front lawn, nobody knows, but it seems to be one of its kind.
Hey Sasuke, I'm gonna show you a really cool bug.
Human-faced piglet. A mutant piglet with a human-like face and a full forehead can be seen in this footage. The owner was shocked to see such an unusual piglet born. The piglet has a typical pig's body, but a face that resembles a human, although its nose and ears are still pig-like. The footage captures a man trying to help the piglet stand, but it lacks the strength to get up on its own, making faint sounds before being allowed to rest on the ground. The man also picks.
That thing just screams scientific experiment to me. That's all I keep wanting, just scientific experiment.
Up the piglet, which shows no signs of strength and is unable to open its eyes. Alien spider hybrid. A strange alien-like creature was captured in the footage, appearing to have an insect-like structure with a full black body and big white eyes. Some think it could be an Anthea sexcutata, a type of beetle, but how did it end up right there? Anthea sexcutata are ground-dwelling predators, rarely climbing trees or plants, as their natural behavior keeps them mostly at ground level. If this creature is indeed an Anthea sexcutata, seeing how its appearance has sparked speculation about its origins is fascinating. This species is known for its shiny black body, adorned with 6 distinct white spots, 3 on each wing cover. Human dog baby. This unknown hybrid animal has a human baby face and a body similar to that of a canine. The creature appears unconscious and looks disturbingly real. Now, because hybrid animals aren't biologically possible, there's also a very good possibility for this to be an otherworldly entity. Some theories would even suggest that it might be a devil's baby, but this is not a logical or scientific explanation. What do you think could explain this bizarre creature? Tiny mutant goat. This footage captures a tiny mutant goat with a flat face and eyes that appear remarkably human, giving it an eerie resemblance to a grumpy old man. In India, such mutant animals often attract significant attention. as many locals consider them to be signs from the divine, and according to local sources, these unusual creatures are seen as manifestations of a higher power. While it's rare, such deformities can occur due to a rare genetic disease or developmental anomalies. These cases, although infrequent, provide a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of genetics and how they can sometimes result in extraordinary and unexpected appearances in animals. Real-life Griffin. This creature, seen sitting casually in a local house, has the head of an eagle, complete with a sharp beak and keen eyes, giving it a regal and formidable appearance. But its body is particularly unusual, with a muscular build similar to a lion. The creature also has strong, clawed legs like an eagle, with the front legs resembling those of an eagle, while the hind legs, not fully visible in the footage, seem to have characteristics of a lion's. This combination of features is similar to the mythical Griffin, a legendary creature from folklore that combines aspects of both animals. While griffins are well known in culture, literature, and art, they don't exist in real life. So, what might this creature be?
Well known. I've never heard of a griffin or whatever you calling this thing. But I keep saying, bro, what we're seeing is a direct result of these scientific experiments taking place. We're seeing a lot of them now. This looks like half bird, half dog to me. Y'all saying lion, like it looked like it's got a bird head with a husky body. What are you talking about?
Crab chicken. Today, we saw a video of a really large chicken munching on leaves from a tree. Now, what's strange about this chicken is that it has legs that look like a crab's. Chickens usually have legs for walking and perching, unlike crabs, who have legs for moving sideways and living in the water. No known chicken breed has crab-like legs, but some birds do have unique leg features. For instance, the Watseen chick has claws on its wings to help it climb. This weird chicken probably has a logical explanation, like a rare genetic mutation. Snake-seal hybrid. A unique creature was spotted on the busy streets of London, looking like a snake-seal hybrid trying to enter a pipeline. This exotic and rare animal doesn't match any known species. While albino snakes can be pink, they certainly don't have the body of a seal, and seals aren't naturally pink. This creature could be a rare or unknown species, or possibly a misidentified exotic pet or hybrid. Its unusual appearance and behavior make it a mystery, raising questions about how such a creature ended up in a busy urban area. Half human, half elephant. Captured in a local area of Thailand, this video shows a baby-sized creature that looks like a half-man, half-elephant deity Ganesha from Hindu mythology. In the video, the creature looks around to make sure no one is watching, then casually walks up the stairs. Its calm manner suggests it's familiar with the surroundings and doesn't seem bothered by being in the wrong place.
And my friends was just trying to convince me to one day go to Thailand, but look at me seeing stuff like this. I'm gonna let them know. That's gonna be a no for me though. Like, it's not happening seeing stuff like this. I'll stay here and deal with what's going on in my simulation here.
This video makes you question what is real and what isn't. Weird dog hybrid. A man driving through the countryside captured footage of a strange-looking dog with a body that resembled a human's. The dog's unusual appearance caught the man's attention, prompting him to start recording. The dog has thin legs, with the front two being even thinner than the back two, and its upper back looks oddly human-like, making it appear to walk like a four-legged animal. It seems that the dog has been living in the area for a while, as someone would have noticed it earlier, and unfortunately, due to its deformity, it appears that no one has taken care of it. Hybrid goat. This bizarre creature has recently captured widespread attention, appearing in a video as a goat-like animal with a human-like face. The footage shows two people holding the animal as it sticks out its tongue. Unlike typical goats with snouts, this creature has an inward bent nose and lips that curve upwards, features unusual for goats or most animals. Its dark brown body lacks hair, and its overall shape resembles a human more than a goat. The strange appearance of this animal has frightened the entire village. Headless Camel.
It's a no-headed camel.
A family visiting the Miami Metro Zoo was shocked to see a camel walking around without a head. The camel seemed to move casually through the zoo, avoiding obstacles as if it knew the place well. The family was so amazed by the apparent anomaly that they started recording it. How could a headless camel walk around so freely? Looks like this is more or less a case of magic, if not real.
I'm hoping that his head is to the side, maybe scratching itself, licking his body, cleaning itself. I don't know. That's weird though. Y'all, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Maybe his head is just turned. They got it at the right angle, and he's just. But to do that while walking and not even seeing where you're walking is still crazy to me.
Manfaced Fish. The footage shows a strange-looking fish that appears to have a human-like face, staring directly into the camera. While no known fish has a true human face, some species might have features that unclearly resemble human faces from certain angles. However, this particular fish doesn't fit that explanation. Locals joke that it might be something fictional, like a Fortnite character or Thomas the Tank Engine, but these are just playful theories. What are your thoughts about this creature? The unusual appearance of this fish remains a mystery, as it doesn't align with any known fish species or typical facial features. Oneeyed Kitten. This kitten has a rare and unusual condition, born with a single eye in the middle of its forehead instead of two. The eye is larger than normal and appears black or unusual. The kitten also has a small, deformed skull, affecting its other facial features. Due to this condition, the kitten faces severe health problems, including difficulties with vision, breathing, and other organ functions. Sadly, many kittens with this condition do not survive long after birth, and this condition is extremely rare, with only a few documented cases across different animals. Human-faced cat. This man shows a collection of cats that seem to have human-like faces. While these cats don't have human faces, their features can create an illusion that makes it look that way. This illusion is likely due to certain facial characteristics of these cats that, when combined, resemble human features.
Bro, I thought that was like a filter that somebody had on their phone and they put it on the cat's face, but the closer it gets, I'm thinking otherwise now. But yeah, that definitely looks human. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable letting that cat like wander around my house while I'm sleeping, because that cat look like it'll do something to you.
This phenomenon is called pareidolia, where the mind perceives familiar patterns, like a face, in unrelated objects. It's a fascinating trick of the mind, making these cats appear uniquely human-like. Rare Cyclops goat. This baby goat has a single enormous eye in the center of its face, a severe form of a disorder called holoprosencephaly. This condition arises during fetal development when the brain doesn't divide into two distinct hemispheres. A fetus with such a disorder fails to develop two eye cavities, instead forming a single central eye cavity that can contain one oversized eye or two partially fused eyeballs. Unfortunately, animals born with this condition don't survive for long. And sadly, this baby goat passed away a few weeks after birth. Pigsy Fish. This unusual fish has a rounded, stout body with a prominent, blunt head that looks strikingly like a pig's.
Now, this is what you get when you tell people you only eat fish, you don't eat pork. Then you start seeing stuff like this. You start seeing stuff like this. They gonna find a way to make you eat pork.
Its broad, upturned nose and large, fleshy lips add to this resemblance. The fish also has small, protruding eyes set close to its head, enhancing its pig-like appearance. Additionally, it has two sensory barbels, which look like antennae attached to its forehead. These barbels might be used to detect food on the seafloor, adding to its unique and somewhat bizarre look. So what do you think it is? Well, it turns out it's a southern pigfish found in the waters of Australia and New Zealand, named for its distinct pig-like features. Spider goat. In a local village in India, a goat gave birth to 2 kids. While one was born normal, the other had a shocking mutation. It had 8 legs and 2 hips, resembling a spider. According to the owner, this was the first time they had ever seen such a thing. Tragically, that mutated goat died just 5 minutes after birth. However, the mother and the other baby are both healthy. The footage shows the mutant goat lying on the ground, already gone, along with scenes of the other kid. Villagers are seen arriving at the house, curious about the unusual animal. Gigantic bug. While bugs are common in late summer and early autumn in Australia, this strange and unfamiliar looking bug went viral. This video showing a creature moving unusually against a wall went viral, leading to it being dubbed the burn down the house bug online. While most took it to be a bug, others were under the impression of this being some kind of hive that's either growing or incubating eggs, only to multiply its kind. Australians are accustomed to unique wildlife, but this bug has captured a lot of attention for being especially unusual. Abnormal goat. This video shows a man holding a baby goat with a notably unusual face. Unlike typical goats, this one has a large forehead, eyes that are very close together, and an almost invisible nose, though its mouth looks normal. What's particularly strange is that the goat seems to understand the man's commands. When the man asks the goat to stick out its tongue, it does so. The man, who appears to be the goat's owner, explains that while the goat's mother had 2 kids, this one looks different from the others, which is normal, and he describes the goat as a miracle of God. Headless chicken. A headless chicken can be seen walking in the garden without any trouble. Interestingly, a headless chicken can walk for a short time after decapitation due to the neurons in the spinal cord, which control basic motor functions. These neurons can still fire and cause muscle contractions even without the brain's input, and this chicken seems to be managing fine without its head. There have been documented cases such as Mike the Headless Chicken, which survived for 18 months after losing its head because a portion of its brainstem remained intact. However, such instances are rare and usually short-lived.
How is that even possible if it's not even able to feed itself? 18 months? It can go without food, water, whatever. I don't really know what a chicken eats or whatever, but it can go that long. How is that? Like, y'all have to explain. I'm not saying it's not possible. Miracles happen every day, but just y'all have to break that one down to me. I'm confused.
Mysterious snake. This footage shows a mysterious creature with a snake-like body, 6 to 8 centimeters long, moving in a wriggling fashion, and it's got a small head, making its direction easy to identify. This might be a fungus gnat larvae, a type of worm that can form snake-like masses when they aggregate. This behavior is most noticeable when they migrate to find new feeding sites, and their bodies are elongated and worm-like, with a cylindrical shape that helps them navigate through soil and organic matter. These larvae create the appearance of a single, moving entity, which can look quite eerie. bizarre-looking snake. This bizarre-looking snake was spotted walking on the sidewalk. Its strange appearance and alien-like eyes creeping out anyone who noticed it. The snake appears to have triangular heads and distinctive horn-like scales on its nose. The eyes are large and striking, giving an eerie, almost alien appearance. Snakes of these types are usually known to have the longest fangs of any snake, measuring up to 2 inches in length. They also carry a large dose of lethal venom that these fangs can deliver within a single bite. These fascinating features make the Gaboon viper one of the most unique and intriguing snakes in the world. Real-life Venom Symbiote.
So one thing like that.
This Venom symbiote-like creature was spotted in Japan, looking scary and moving as if searching for a host, just like in the Spider-Man movies. It clung to a rock with a sticky fluid, making it hard to separate, and a local tried to cut it with a knife, but it stuck back together. This might be a worm species appearing collectively, only resembling venom and creating a scary appearance. When worms, especially earthworms or other soil-dwelling types, gather in large numbers, they form wriggling masses that look like a single, moving entity. This phenomenon often occurs after heavy rain, when worms surface to avoid drowning in their waterlogged burrows, explaining how they ended up on the shore. Baby Dinosaur.
I would love to see us put that symbiote thing in, like capture it, put it in something to where it's contained and like a glass encased, so we could monitor it for like a day or a week or a month or a year and just see what it does and what it responds to. I would be glued. I would check in every day to see that thing because it's something more to that thing.
Ring cameras have captured all sorts of things, but what is this? The Florida homeowner thinks it looks like a baby dinosaur.
A Florida woman insists she saw a baby dinosaur running through her backyard. 2 months later, her security camera captured a tailed creature running on its hind legs through her property. The brief middle-of-the-night video has gone viral, leaving many puzzled. She shared the footage with a local news station, and in the video, you can see the animal jogging across her yard with a bright, reflective band around its neck and tail. While some people joked about what it could be, the most logical explanation is that it's a dog. However, not everyone is convinced, leading some to wonder if dinosaurs are back. Four-legged snake. This snake appears to have 4 fully functional legs, which it uses for movement. Certain snake species, like pythons and boas, have small vestigial leg bones, but these remnants are not visible externally, but can be seen in X-rays, hinting at their evolutionary history. While modern snakes are legless, seeing a snake with functional legs is fascinating and offers a glimpse into their ancient past. Snakes are believed to have evolved from burrowing lizards in the Cretaceous period, about 100 million years ago. And after losing their limbs, snakes diversified into various habitats, including trees, water, and open terrain.
So what we're saying is this the next stage of evolution for them? Going back to back to what it was before, like a lizard-like? So you're seeing the legs grow out of them now? Is that what we're looking? Because I don't know, man, but I think we should know what a snake is changing into. Either way, I don't think it's going to be good for us.
Moving plant wave. A strange phenomenon was recorded emerging from the bushes in a wave-like motion. It can be seen in this video. It appears to have countless roots and seems to be fleeing from something. While mythical beings like tree folk or mossy giants fit the description, they don't offer a logical explanation for what we're seeing. A more plausible explanation might be a type of stick insect. These insects are known for their plant-like appearance, mimicking twigs, leaves, and stems to blend into their surroundings. Although stick insects typically aren't this large, the footage might be capturing a unique or oversized specimen. Their ability to imitate plant matter and their movement could explain the creature's appearance and behavior in the video. Deformed Baby Cow. The video shows a baby cow with a disturbing appearance, featuring what looks like two heads fused into one skull. The cow has two eyes and an additional small eye-like organ in the middle of its forehead. The creature's body is not typical. Instead of a regular cow's body, it has a small, non-functional legs attached to its head. This unusual appearance could be due to a genetic mutation or developmental anomaly known as conjoined twins, or perhaps a condition called cyclopia, where abnormal development causes the merging of facial features. Such deformities are rare, but can occur due to genetic issues or environmental factors that affect fetal development. Crashed alien.
Miren lo que cayó en el patio de mi casa. No sé qué es.
A man discovered a strange creature and recorded the incident.
And I swore that thing was fake until it started moving. That's when I went to questioning myself.
On his cell phone. While watching TV inside his house, he heard a noise like something hitting the ground. He found the creature, initially thinking it was dead. However, when it moved, it showed signs of life, possibly taking its last few breaths. Nearby, there was also a small metallic tin, which he believed was the object the creature landed in. He uploaded the video online, asking if anyone had information about the mysterious creature.
Miren lo que cayó en el patio de mi casa. No sé qué es.
Strange bird.
What the hell is that?
While exploring a forest, a woman recorded a strange creature that appeared to be staring directly at her without moving. She was startled to see what looked like an owl, even though owls are typically nocturnal and don't appear during the day. Owls are known for their excellent camouflage, blending seamlessly into their surroundings. This makes them hard to spot and even more surprising when they're discovered during the day. This intense stare might be a defense mechanism, and the large eyes are adapted for low-light vision, making the stare seem even more intense in bright conditions.
What the hell is that?
Snake with horns. A tourist filmed a peculiar snake that appeared to have two large horns on its head, giving it a creepy and strange look. The snake's body looked normal, but the footage captured it from behind as it slithered away, leaving the tourist stunned. Some people speculated that the snake might have eaten a frog or bird, and the horns could be the frog's legs or bird's wings stuck to its back. While this is unlikely, it's possible that the snake had distant objects attached, creating the illusion of horns. However, this would be rare, and such distant objects would typically be more noticeable. Catfish crab. A fisherman discovered a bizarre fish during his trip, which he nicknamed the catfish crab. Although the fish's body looked normal, it had an unusual feature. Its fins had claw-like structures resembling those of a crab. These claws appeared functional, which is highly unusual for a fish, as, they typically lack claws. It might seem possible that a crab's claws were somehow attached to the fish, but that scenario is rare. The fish seemed to be using the claws effectively, as if they were a natural part of its anatomy. This strange adaptation has puzzled many, making the catfish crab a unique and intriguing find. Rib-faced deer. The animal in this footage is a barking deer, also known as a rib-faced deer, which is known for its unique appearance. It has a somewhat flattened, angular face with large, rounded eyes that give it a wide-eyed look. What's particularly unusual about this deer is that it has 4 extra nostrils instead of the usual 2. In the footage, the deer is eating from a bowl while breathing through these extra nostrils. While the rib-like ridges along the side of its face are characteristic of the species, the extra nostrils make it look even more unique. If these extra nostrils are confirmed, it could lead to a special name for this deer, distinguishing it from its peers. Frightening spider. In the footage, a large spider spotted in an abandoned building may give anyone nightmares due to its impressive size and distinctive hairy body, and its robust legs only add to its frightening appearance. What's particularly eerie is that small insects can be seen on the spider's back. This spider is a wolf spider, known for its formidable look. However, those tiny insects aren't pests, they're baby spiderlings. After hatching, wolf spiderlings climb onto their mother's back for protection until they're old enough to survive on their own. This unique parenting behavior adds an extra layer of intrigue and creepiness to the already intimidating spider. Surprisingly large ears. At first glance, this baby goat looks just like any other adorable kid. However, what sets it apart is its surprisingly large ears, which have been measured at an astonishing 48 centimeters long, making them the largest ever recorded for a baby goat. What's even more remarkable is that these ears are still growing, and the goat is only a baby. This raises an exciting question. How long will these ears grow as the goat matures? Self-eating snake.
I'm going to show you what's happening. Here's one of our king snakes. This one is already pending adoption.
Here we witness a dramatic and unusual scene. A striped snake consuming its own tail. This sighting begins with the snake starting to swallow its tail, gradually progressing to ingest 6 to 8 inches of its own body. The snake's behavior is an unusual display of self-consumption, mistaking its tail to be of another snake.
And that's how you know snakes are ruthless, bro. When you eat your own body, that's something I never want to be around. I don't care what type of snake it is, man. And the fact that they just said it's pending adoption, whoever's buying this might want to rethink their purchase, fam. This joker is eating himself.
It methodically coils and consumes itself in a loop. This behavior, although rare, is sometimes observed in captivity due to stress or confusion. The owner then uses his hand to pull the tail out of the snake's mouth. He's shocked to discover that the snake has already swallowed a huge part of its own body.
Find the snake to eat. He did not just nibble on himself. This poor king.
Gorilla crow. This clip from a subway in Japan shows a crow with an unusually muscular body, resembling a gorilla. The bird appears to support its weight on its powerful wings, creating a dramatic and bizarre image. However, an expert in crow behavior explains that this is likely a large-billed crow, which can look intimidating due to its facial features.
Crow must have just got out of jail or something. He got that jail body.
He also notes that it would be impossible for a bird to support its entire weight on its wings alone, and the crow has legs, as legless crows cannot walk or fly and would quickly become immobile. Fly without head. Captured by a young boy, this footage shows a fly that appears to be holding its head and playing with it before leaving it on the ground. Now, this behavior is highly unusual for a fly. While some suggest that lighting or angles might create an illusion, it's also possible that the fly is suffering from a severe injury or mutation. What explains this unusual behavior? Insects can sometimes survive without their heads for a short time due to their decentralized nervous systems. The fly's complex head structure might be hard to see from certain angles, which could explain why it looks like it's headless. Unnaturally large insect. In the video, a massive insect is shown with a long, slender body that looks like a twig or a branch. This creature, recorded as the largest insect in the world, also has impressive wings that spread out, revealing a pattern that mimics leaves or bark, and its wings are broad and textured, perfectly blending with its surroundings. Additionally, the insect has long, thin antennae that move in coordination with its body. What could be the scientific explanation for this unusual-looking insect? Countless tentacles. A strange creature is seen floating in the air on the road, looking close to a plant, but with countless tentacles, making it seem like something never before encountered. It appears to be alive, moving on its own and floating freely. While it might resemble a tumbleweed, a fascinating plant known for its unique movement, it's not quite the same. Tumbleweeds are spherical, branch-covered plants that detach from their roots and roll across the ground, spreading their seeds in the process. So if tumbleweeds have branches, the countless tentacles of this floating creature suggest it could be something entirely different. Two-legged camel. This footage shows a baby camel with only 2 legs lying on the ground in the desert. The white camel struggles to stand, catching the eye of a man nearby. The man, seemingly befriended with the camel, starts petting it, and the baby camel appears to enjoy the affection. The man mentions that the camel was abandoned by its mother due to its abnormality, as the traveling group left it behind. Now, the baby camel seems to have found a new home with its new owner, who has taken it in and is caring for it lovingly. Wretch creature. This man wearing gloves is holding a small, strange-looking baby creature. The creature has very little fur, making it hard to figure out what it is. It might look like a scruffy monkey or a lemur because it's small and its fur is patchy. Both monkeys and lemurs have things in common like thumbs, eyes, and they live in trees. But even though they've got that in common, monkeys and lemurs are not closely related. The creature's odd looks and behavior might be because of a skin problem, which makes it look different and a little unsettling. This picture and video were taken on July 6th, 2016, showing a man who was looking around a long-forgotten cave opening in a bid to explore it. The entrance was blocked by a huge rock, leaving behind a very narrow window showing the other side. Before the recorder could try and make his way on the inside, a sudden set of eyes appeared, presumably of an animal that suddenly disappeared seconds after. Initially, it got the recorder shaken enough to immediately cancel the attempt. Thank you very much for watching the video.